Now that we've looked at translating, let's go through and apply some basic steps to problem solving. So the first thing we want to do is understand there's 5 general steps when we're looking at any type of word problem that we need to solve. First thing is we want to understand what is the problem asking for? What is being asked? Okay? What is being modeled and what is being asked? And part of that is to think about how you would write the scenario in your own words into an expression or a sentence that can be translated into a series of expressions. Then we want to choose our variable. Sometimes the variable is defined for us. If not, we want to figure out what the variable is and define it so that we have an understanding for what it means in the context. Then we want to go ahead and come up with our sentence, if we have not already, and then translate that sentence into an equation. 4th step is to solve, and then interpret is the last thing. Does our answer make sense, or do we need to do something else with that solution once we get it? So similar to an earlier question, we want to find 3 numbers such that the second number is 3 more than twice the first, and the third number is 4 times the first. The sum of the 3 numbers is 164. So we want to understand in broad terms what it is that we're modeling. Well, we're modeling the sum of 3 numbers. That's the most simple part of it. We're going to take our first number, we're going to add it to our second number, and we're going to add that to our third number, and those all together have to equal 164. That's our sum. And so now we just need to figure out what our first, second, and third number are. So we're told about 2 of the numbers in terms of the first. So let's think about what is our first number, what is our second number, and what is our third number. Well, our first number, we can start with that. We don't really know what it is. And since we don't know what it is, we can use X to represent that number. And then our second number is 3 more than twice the first. 3 more than 2 times our first number. And so now we can go ahead and write that as an expression where we take 2 times the first number and we add 3. And then lastly, we'll look at our third number. The third number is 4 times the first. That's pretty simple. It's just 4 times our first number. So now that we know what our numbers are represented by, we can go ahead and finish filling out our equation. The first number is x, the second number is 2x plus 3, the third number is 4x, and their sum has to equal 164. We've translated our equation, so now we can combine like terms and go ahead and solve. Subtraction property. Then we have our multiplication property. And we have our value for x. So now let's interpret it. Remember, it said to find 3 numbers. Well, we haven't found 3 numbers. We found 1 number. We found the first number. And so now we know what the first number is. We can go on and solve for the rest. The first number is 23. The second number will be 2 times the first number plus 3, which is 49. And our third number will be 4 times the first number, which gives us 92. So our 3 numbers are 23, 49, and 92. Let's go ahead and follow the same process again. Suppose that a computer store just announced an 8% decrease in the price of a particular computer model. If this computer sells for $2,162 after the decrease, we want to find the original price. So let's think in broad terms what it is we're modeling. We're modeling a sale. Whenever you have something on sale, it takes the original price and it subtracts the sale amount to give us the sale price. Okay? Think of the sale amount as the discount amount. Well, the original price is something that we don't know. Find the original price. The thing we don't know is typically our x value, our variable. So we will define x as the original price. Okay? So original price is x. Well, then algebraically, the original price less the discount, well, we're subtracting a discounted amount. So we have to think about the discount is an 8% decrease of the price. And so this discount will be 8% of the original amount. So we'll take the original amount and we will subtract 8% of the original amount. And that will equal our sale price. Our sale price was given as $2,162. Now that we've translated, we can go ahead and combine like terms. X minus 0.08x is 0.92x equals 2,162. Divide both sides by 0.92, and x equals $2,350. So $2,350 as the original price, and we want to think, does that make sense? Well, should the original price be higher or lower than the sale price? Well, it should be higher than the sale price. So this answer does make sense, as it is more than our sale price. A pennant in the shape of an isosceles triangle is to be constructed for the Central High School Athletic Club and sold at a fundraiser. The company manufacturing the pennant charges according to the perimeter, and the athletic club has determined that a perimeter of 149 centimeters should make a nice profit. If each equal side of the triangle is twice the length of the third side, increased by 12 centimeters, find the lengths of the sides of the triangular pennant. So again, we want to draw a diagram. We are dealing with a geometric shape. And so let's think about a triangle. Okay, so we've got a triangular shaped pennant, and it's an isosceles triangle, which means two sides will be equal, and then a third side a different length. So the athletic club has determined that the perimeter, we're dealing with the length of all of the sides, of 149 centimeters. So we know that the perimeter is 149 centimeters. And the equal sides are going to be 2 times the length of the third side, which we don't know, 2 times the length of the third side, increased by 12 centimeters. And so we can use that to represent in our diagram. We have 2x plus 12, 2x plus 12, and then the third side is something we don't know. So we've got our first side, our second side, and our third size. Well, remember that the perimeter is the sum of all the sides, so we need to add up the first plus the second plus the third to get the perimeter. 2x plus 12 plus 2x plus 12 plus x equals 149. So we can go ahead and just combine like terms. 5x plus 24 equals 149. Continue to solve using our addition property of equality. 5x equals 125. And division to get x equals 25. So x gives us the length of the third side, and then to get the equal sides, we need to go back and plug into our original equation, that 2x plus 12. We're going to multiply the third side by 25 and add 12. So that gives us 50 plus 12, which is 62. So the first and second sides measure 62 inches, and our third side measures 25 inches. Last thing to cover today, we have someone helping out their friend study for an algebra exam. Kelsey told Benji that the 3 latest art history quiz scores are 3 consecutive even integers whose sum is 264. Let's help Benji find his scores. So again, we are summing three consecutive even integers. So we are taking three numbers, our first number plus our second number plus our third number. And when we add them together, we get 264. Well, our first number, we don't know it, so it's x. But our second number, we do know, is the next consecutive even integer. So let's go back real quick and look up at this chart earlier, and we saw that consecutive even integers added by 2 to get to the next value. So we can take that information, and we know that our second integer will be the first one plus 2. And the third one will be the second one plus 2. The second one plus 2, which is just x plus 4. And so now we have our numbers. X plus 2, x plus 4 equals 264. Just as before, we will combine like terms, solve our equation, solve for x, and then interpret our results. But we know the first score, which was x, is 86. The second score is going to be the next even number, which is 88. And the third score will be the last even number, which is 90.